We finally got the first Raw episode on Netflix, and what an episode it was. Look people, before I say anything negative about the show, I just wanna let you know that, oh my god, Hulk Hogan, can you please leave the room? I can't hear anything. You know what people, I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. Nah, he'll probably just like he got the biggest pop of the night, and he got. In theory. The show absolutely delivered in my opinion, but I hate saying this, please understand, I think the show was great. How in the hell The Rock was the worst part of the night? How do I put this, people? How do I put this? The Rock was simply just dropping blood holes everywhere. People, how does this make any goddamn sense? And why is he all of a sudden a babyface and nobody wants that? Shoot. What are we doing? I really hope it's not the case of I just don't wanna get booed. Don't lie, you were expecting a rock bottom. All jokes aside, it was a special night, people. Historic. A lot of celebrity guests. A lot of legends. It was interesting seeing all the new graphics, the song, the arena. And y'all guys know I'm from Europe, so I didn't even have any commercials. All I saw was video packages, and the matches were pretty much uninterrupted. So for me, it was like watching a premium live event. I know a lot of people were disappointed, but you gotta have your expectations realistic. I don't know exactly what people expected from this show. I think it absolutely delivered. All I'm saying is everything involving The Rock was absolutely pointless. I'm kind of picky with this stuff, you know. I like to watch a movie and analyze stuff, and this was bad. This was honestly bad. How do I explain this in kayfabe? This made less sense than zombies, people. This made less sense than zombies. A very huge night nonetheless, people, and I'm so honored to be a tiny part of your Raw on Netflix experience. I absolutely appreciate you checking out this video. So let's talk about Raw on Netflix. First and foremost, the quality on Netflix is absolutely amazing. You guys know, for me, it's a big deal. Now I get everything on Netflix. I get to watch it live and not use certainly legal sites to get to watch WWE. Allegedly, WWE made sure to make it feel like a big deal with this presentation. And we got Triple H like a Kinder Surprise. He welcomed us to the new era, and right away, The Rock comes out. And I'm excited, right? I'm excited what The Rock is going to do. He came out with this irrelevant championship with the heel entrance with a gray beard. Looks good on him, though. And all he did was thank everybody, thank Roman Reigns, thank Cody Rhodes. Instead of building something, instead of, you know, playing with the crowd, well, he did play with the crowd. Maybe that was the issue. He was a legit babyface, the most humble guy you could imagine. He thanked Cody Rhodes, basically saying, you carried this company. And Cody's like, yeah, we're buddies. You know what? I like you than my mama anyway. I like you than my mama anyway. You talk shit about your mama. What are you doing, Cody? I get it. Maybe it was real and we're not supposed to take it seriously, but how can we not? I was waiting for that switch the entire time, and I was like, what was the point of this segment? Surely something is going to happen later on the show to make us realize, oh, this was a swerve. No, it wasn't. The Rock is a good guy now. Maybe it still is. I know. I'm just saying none of it made sense. Well, what The Rock said, maybe that could be like, okay, he's faking it, but why people like why people like Cody Rhodes are being friendly with it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So that's the thing that pissed me off about this show. But we got the Tribal Combat, people. Pay-per-view level match. Obviously, maybe it's because we're watching Roman Reigns in the ring. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't have any commercials. The ring looked so different. Looked like one of these boxing influencer, shows. But I got used to it pretty good. And, first and foremost, again, the quality was absolutely amazing. I even went to WWE's YouTube channel and it doesn't look the same. It really doesn't look the same, so props to Netflix for actually making it work. A lot of people were worried about, the lag issues or, it's not gonna look the same or gonna get the buffering. None of that. It was flawless. The match was really, really good. They used weapons, and I'm glad this kicked off the show. This meant CM Punk vs Seth Rollins is going to main event, and this was the second most important match of the night. Obviously, we got the Bloodline, we got Kevin Owens, we got Cody Rhodes, we got Sami Zayn, the Usos. It really reminded me of that WrestleMania match. Obviously not on the same scale. But people, Roman Reigns actually won the match. He won Paul Heyman. He won the Ulafala. The Rock came out and I'm like, okay, we're getting this. We're getting the switch. The Rock is gonna turn on Roman Reigns. It was all worth it. He puts the goddamn Ulafala on Roman's neck. And, yep. That was it. I love you. I love you, cuz. The Rock not only didn't add anything to this show, he ruined the story, the big, like, what we were, the bad blood, he came out and, I'm sorry. I love this show, but this was ass. I was expecting that rock bottom, you know. This made absolutely no sense whatsoever. Maybe, okay, with Roman, yeah, sure. Did The Rock just turn himself babyface because he can't take it anymore with the booze? But you know, I'm glad the story of Roman Reigns versus Solo is kinda finished. Now we can't wait to see what's gonna happen with Solo Sikoa. They're probably getting a new name, I would assume. I just hope that they can recover from this loss. You know, because obviously it's a little worrying. The New Day got absolutely booed out of the building. They called out Travis Scott, who's a big deal in LA, obviously. I'm not a fan of that type of music, but I'm pretty sure that's a pretty big deal to a lot of you guys watching this video. John Cena came out, and what a promo, man. What a promo. I'm watching this promo, and my brother texted me, way better than The Rock. And I'm like, I can't believe, like, in 2011, I was all in for The Rock. I was like, Cena sucks. Funny how times can change. He was talking about his retirement tour, the 17th title win, and he said it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It can't happen. I lost way too many matches. It's just simply unrealistic. But then he said, he was started talking about these kind of lottery tickets in the WWE. Maybe Money in the Bank, maybe Elimination Chamber, maybe Royal Rumble. That's the thing in the WWE. You never say never. I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble and I'm going to win the Royal Rumble match. I can't believe this shit, man. In 2013, when he won the Royal Rumble, I was pissed, man. I was full on Mark, whatever you want to call it. I was like, Cena sucks. He's a company suck up. And now I'm like, yes, please. Yes, win the Royal Rumble match, John Cena, please. Good stuff. I was expecting Logan Paul to interrupt him, though. That was kind of surprising. But I'm glad they didn't go that way because this is a very hot take, but I'm kind of tired of this. You know, John Cena comes out, I love the crowd, I love this, and he cracks a couple of jokes, and I'm just so happy to be here. I want a serious storyline for John Cena. I want the good old Cena taking it seriously and not just, you know, kind of being like, I'm a nostalgia act. Aren't you guys happy to see me? Then we got the WWE Women's World Championship match, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. The show heavily focused on these matches, just you know, wrestling in general. And I like that we got these matches time to breathe. Maybe it's because on Netflix they can actually run these shows longer. I'm not sure, but this was like a 3-hour long show. The match was actually pretty decent, but it's all about making moments. Rhea Ripley finally got the championship back. Not sure how I feel about Dominic Mysterio trying to get back with the finisher. That was the whole point. What is he going to tell Liv next week? Dom, you gotta smash. Dom, you gotta smash me. Look, Liv, I love you, Liv Morgan, but Dom, you gotta smash. Nothing personal. Why would I take one if I could take two? I mean, he has a point. Dami gotta smash. Rhea leaves the ring. Undertaker's music hits. He comes out, congratulates Rhea Ripley. Pretty pointless, you might say, but, you know, it was just a pretty cool moment for the fans and a pretty cool moment for Rhea Ripley. I like these kind of surprises. That's exactly what I expected from the show. You know, not too heavily focused on legends and old-timers and the past of the professional wrestling, because it's the future of pro wrestling, and that's exactly all I needed. Just a little, you know, nostalgia. That was basically, it didn't take anything away from the show. Chad wants to face a cruiserweight, and Adam has someone in mind, Penta. Penta is debuting next week. Pretty excited about that. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Pretty good match. Again, they got time. This was like watching a premium live event, and I don't know how to explain this. By this point, I got used to the ring. I guess I'm just happy it's different, and the atmosphere in the arena was absolutely amazing, and unfortunately, it's not gonna look the same next week anyway. That's kinda sad. What surprised me is that Jey Uso actually picked up the W. Don't necessarily agree with this decision, but it's just gonna make Drew McIntyre pissed off even more, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Jey Uso. Man, next week you're going to see Jey Uso almost, or maybe, getting taken to the medical facility. Hospital, what? Hogan's music hits. People are booing. This was so hilariously sad to watch. Oh my god. This was uncomfortable to watch. And I'm not talking about. I know why he's getting booed, obviously. But it felt, I don't know how, it felt cringy. People are booing the shit out of him non-stop, and he's like, "Ooh yeah, Randy Savage, and I love you," the fans, as everybody is booing the shit out of this dude. Jimmy just wanted to leave, and oh my, this was so uncomfortable to watch. I laughed my ass off, obviously, but at the same time, I'm like, this hurts to watch. Finally, it was time for Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. I think the match met my expectations. Actually, Seth Rollins was on top for the most of the match, and they told a pretty cool story. For example, I don't know, maybe that's my interpretation of the story in this match, but I saw Seth Rollins showing a lot of signs of a heel turn, just losing his mind, talking shit to CM Punk, which, by the way, you can hear clearly. That's another big change. They used each other's finishers, and that ending sequence was absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. CM Punk picks up the W, and Seth Rollins just looked absolutely devastated, disappointed in himself. I think he's going to turn into Drew McIntyre. I still think he's turning heel, people. I still think he's turning heel. Great match. CM Punk got to main event this show, which is absolutely amazing. Tells you a lot about his relationship with Triple H. Triple H is a different man right now. He does what's best for business, and it goes to show you how big of a star CM Punk is. And no matter what people are saying, no matter what you think about him personally, he's a fucking star. And I'm so glad we got to watch this match with no BS. This was supposed to be a WrestleMania match. Here you go. You get the actual match. No shenanigans. You get to watch the actual match as advertised. That was my biggest worry. My biggest worry for this episode was a lot of these matches are not gonna have conclusions, not gonna have clean finishes, and it's gonna be false advertisement, almost. You get what I mean. Somebody interferes, match ends in no contest. None of that. WWE promised you something, and they delivered. And I absolutely loved that. So, it was a pretty good episode of Monday Night Raw. Obviously, if you care more about the storylines and all of that, next week is probably gonna be more interesting to you. This was an introduction, kinda. You can tell by the commentary, by the video packages, to new WWE viewers who might end up, watching this episode of Raw because it's on Netflix. The reach is absolutely unbelievable. But let me know in the comments below what you thought about this episode of Raw on Netflix. Thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, your boy, the Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.